Oh, what a day! What a lovely day!
Welcome to Flat Earth Debate. I'm your host, Nathan Oakley, and if you're new to this channel, or you've not done so already, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell notification icon to keep up to date with the Flat Earth Debate. If you'd like to support this channel, there is a super chat that runs alongside each of these shows while they're live, and there's also a PayPal link in the info box below the video once it's rendered. But most importantly, if you would like to join the discussion, simply mute the page you are currently watching, then click the link in the info box below this video to join the panel and express your views on the shape of the Earth. If you do join, please don't swear. If you do, you'll be ejected, and if you are, please don't try to rejoin the stream using sock accounts. You'll be warmly welcome back on the next stream. Please also share the show. Sharing the show obviously increases the live audience, but this in turn increases the chances of a more diverse panel. So please share the show. And one last time, if you're new to this channel or you've not done so already, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell notification icon to keep up to date with the Flat Earth Debate. Now we are joined by Jose, Sleeping Warrior, SX, Chocolate Saiyan, and Arwin. How the devil are you all? Oh, has the whole Howl hangout been sniped during the break? Let's see. Yes, it has. I don't know if I've got it in time to see them all drop. Marvellous. Nice to know everyone's watching my back while I do my introduction. What's that? 5 seconds into the show, there'll be a short intermission. What a great start. Fantastic. If I didn't have such a cold, I'd do the dulcet tones of Isam Halski. But yeah, I'm not even going to attempt that today. Could do a nasally, but no, I won't do it. No, definitely not. Any signs of curvature? Oh, right, there's nobody here. Should really exit out of the hangout that I was in so I don't get any problems with the new one. Right, let's see if this works. Nope. This should be the worker but a moment. Please share the show. Excellent content that this is. Oh wow, I've got a super chat for silence and no guests. Shout out to the Mind of God for the super chat. Thank you very much. Okay, I've got a hangout started, hopefully. Yep, that's functioning. To anybody who's new to the show isn't normally started this way. It's normally a lot more exciting, with housekeeping, with no answers to questions about balls. Ball Earth, that is, not testicles. Right, we're in. Let's get my anti-pornography pictures shared. Right, let's get this shared in Skype. So, hashtag same team. You're getting it first. There you go. Please join the show. There you go, Anthony. What else do I need? Master B. There you go. Hopefully I'll have a few guests join in the next few seconds. Then we can get back on schedule, do a bit of housekeeping.
Yo.
Hello.
I didn't even see anybody come in.
Yeah. I did. I saw it and I was doing the intro.
What name was it?
I wasn't looking at... I was looking at my camera, but out of the corner of my eye I saw a blue icon join and then drop immediately. So I was like, oh, great. Let's hope someone's actually got the got my back. But it doesn't matter. It was the work of but a moment, let's be honest.
Yeah, there's definitely a correlation with the amount of sniping that happens whilst we're battering some people on their side.
Hey, Jose. Okay, so
what we're gonna do... Bill Miller lives in Agartha and he grows unicorns in giant trees. Okay, go ahead.
See, I'm still not persuaded that there's any evidence of Bill Miller. Anyway, housekeeping. Come on, let's rattle through it.
Well, I haven't even got a hello from you all. I've got the same panel though, so I'm going to say a big warm welcome to Sleeping Warrior, Jose, Chocolate Sane, and Arwin. Good to have you all.
Good afternoon.
Glad to be back.
Mumble, mumble. Brilliant. Okay, right. Let's do a bit of housekeeping. Any signs of curvature, gentlemen?
Nope.
Nope.
On the Earth,
There you go, Arwin.
not the Earth.
Okay.
Lots of curves.
I'll be sure to drop that in on
Not
the next
here.
one. Any signs of axial rotation, specifically of the Earth-based variety, just for Arwin?
No.
Nope.
No.
Scientific
Negative.
evidence of gravity?
Nope.
No.
Negative.
Not yet.
Any proof
What
of
do you
the
mean,
distance to the sun?
Hang on a minute. What do you mean, not yet?
Well, he might be working
Not
on
yet.
an experiment.
Or what does
Who
not
knows?
yet mean?
How are you going to modify? How are you going to manipulate the independent variable being gravity?
So close.
Well, we might
Oh, it
find
was,
out.
but Arwin ruined it though.
Well, if we find out that, like I pretty much envision, the whole place is like partially holographic in nature, and humans find a way to actually steer that around, then maybe gravity can be changed as well. So who knows?
Who knows? If this, maybe that.
Yeah, of
Potentially
course.
this. Fair enough. But definitely no proof of it. No scientific evidence. I think we can move on. So where do we get distance to the sun? We've already had that. Okay. Any evidence of gas pressure without a container?
No.
That's ridiculous.
Nope. Nil point.
Okay. What about evidence of a self-perpetuating molten iron core at the centre of a presupposed spherical Earth?
It's too much.
No.
The presupposed spherical Earth already pretty much makes it impossible.
Nope.
Any evidence of M. Scott Veitch?
Nope.
Any signs?
That's the one. Sorry. Any signs of M. Scott Veitch?
Nope.
No.
Apparently not.
Yeah.
Fair enough. What about the presupposition
curious.
itself? Any evidence of Earth radius? Ah, gentlemen.
Hard.
Nope.
In fact, Jose pulled me up on that. He's like, no. It's not R, as in AH. It's R. Right, Jose?
Yes, sir. Arr, roll it. You gotta roll it.
And I'll
Isn't
roll
that
that
the sound cat
R.
makes? Isn't that the sound the cat makes when they're really pleased?
You tell me. I mean, I wouldn't know such things. I don't have a cat.
Or purring.
So yeah, no signs of R.
Cats
then.
are proof of R.
I think that's it. Is that everything? I think I've covered everything.
I give it to Arwin when he say not yet, because all of these questions is a not yet question. Unless there is, if there's proof, scientific evidence, or anything we're looking for, then there is. But we haven't found it yet. Maybe somebody found any of this and can jump in the panel and present it for us, and then just put this to bed. I think that's a good answer. Not yet.
Right, I'm gonna have to do a restart. My computer seems to be acting daft. I don't know what's wrong with it, so I'll be back in 2 minutes. Watch out for it that it is me that joins, though. If my sock account joins, make sure it is actually me. I'll have my camera on, okay?
Okie dokie. It's amazing how few crap arguments we get offered now. I mean, back in the day, people would join and say, look at this on screen now, that proves it's a globe. We don't get that anymore.
Now it's just a circus show.
Yeah,
Distraction.
all we get now is the parlour tricks. The Cavendish experiment, the Foucault
Dangling
pendulum.
keys in front of your face, or in this case, a globe. Ooh, look at the globe, look at the globe.
Look at the globe, look at the globe. That's what they do with it, isn't it? They give you a mobile when you're a kid with planets on it, and that's what you're doing, isn't it? They're just dangling globes and planets in front of you.
And it starts in the cradle. For most people.
It does. And then the onslaught of the indoctrination begins at about 3 or 4 years old. Probably earlier now that people have got access to the internet, television, all those kind of things that kids get glued to.
Still, though, there is, I don't know, it is the way it's all set up, but I think that a dream of outer space may be very interesting type of dream, like Santa Claus, for a little kid to have, as long as it gets declassified eventually. I think that would be a more honest way to utilize this giant dream that has been constructed.
Yeah, like Narnia.
Yeah, guess so. It is a fairy
Diverging
tale, but
the
it is very amazing, and I enjoyed it a lot
Me
when I
too.
was a kid.
I agree completely.
I got a
Okay,
comment
mic
about
problems,
something.
Jose.
Hold on.
Ah, Jose!
You're breaking up,
Ah!
Jose. Whoa, serious static.
That's pretty crazy.
Now, good.
This is got to be one of the
Whoa.
worst starts to the show.
This connection sucks.
Yep, that's it, Dank. R.I.P. headphone users.
Or his microphone is damaged.
Yep, half the
Suck.
audience is now dead. Everybody with earbuds has got hearing problems now. Tinnitus caused by Jose's mic. I think you might need to drop and join. It might not be a mic issue. It might be a connection issue. Just drop and rejoin, Jose.
First Riley, now Jose.
So I've got to agree with CGI Ranty in the chat. He says you've got to admit whoever invented the heliocentric model was quite smart, Nathan Oakley. Yes, I absolutely agree. Yeah, the heliocentric model does have its flaws. They've been exposed many times. Oh no! Oh no!
Jose, you're killing us, man.
Your mic's
Jose,
broken.
your mic is fucked.
Yeah, your mic's completely broken.
All right, I took the mic out.
Oh,
Does
there you
that sound
go.
better?
It's
That's
better.
Yeah, that's better. Just don't use your mic.
All right, I got a quick comment. Any of you caught the Hori Shit show yesterday? Shout out to Hori.
I did. Yeah, shout out to Hori Sheet.
Not too late for me.
He was doing a show. Why is he a shield? To call him out and call him a shield, just to have fun, with us. People be calling him a shield. I called the show halfway, but all the non-sequitur show trolls and the crew, they were blasting it with comments in the chat. They was trolling him, and then Steve McRae called the show, and Shorishi like, oh, is it you? Clark hung up on him like maybe 20 seconds. It was hilarious.
Steve McRae, the real one?
Yeah, the real one called. He said, hey, I'm trying to type in the chat and you mods keep deleting me. So I decided to call and trolling, oh, it's you for real. Clark, he hung up on him. It was his voice. It was him. It was funny.
That is hard.
Yeah, I heard you calling. You couldn't see what he was actually doing while he was doing it though. So while you were calling in, he sat at an angle, so he's presumably just tilted his camera, so he sat normally, but he's sat in the Tesla in space, and he's got like R2D2 floating by, and then the Russian space guy with the tilting helmet, and then he's got a woman that appears in the passenger seat next to him doing belly dancing, and it's just so farcical but so funny.
Really good. He got bubbles. He got the Death Star going by. He got lightsabers flowing. He got all kinds of good stuff in the background. Stars, no stars, all the good stuff.
Yeah, he made one interesting show to look at. He's a good entertainer.
Yeah, it does make it look nice. I won't deny that. It looks good. It's good fun to watch.
Yeah. Now I'm curious to see what happened in the Steve McRae show, because I think they were talking about him or something, and maybe he say like, "Oh, I saw." He was calling out Steve McRae while he was sitting on the Tesla Tory. He said, "I know what you did, and that's why you all came in to troll me or whatever." So, Mott, take care of them, and we were just wiping them out of the chat. Blue Range Lodge Part 2.
Anyway, shout out to Hori Sheet Show as well. Keep up the entertainment. It's good. And the flat smacking projects, very interesting.
He go on chat roulette, and he go to some other places, and he put the camera on, and then the people is in their own chat, and then they just either accepting or not. But when he go to the chat roulette site, he cannot show the camera, but the commentaries of him is like, "Holy cow! Like this guy is doing that, or what the hell is that?" It's hilarious because he's a out of 20 wankers, he get one real person. You know, is funny.
That's good to see, like fresh responses. And they're
That was really
basically already agreeing to be confronted on camera by something, and that is, yeah, that's like already the kind of a contractual thing. So they're just gonna perform, and it's good to see like true, fresh responses, to see the actual information like getting through, or partially, and you just see it on their facial responses. It's good.
Good
It's
stuff.
good to
Good
hear
stuff.
the fresh response from people, because we're always, yeah, we know each and everyone's opinion pretty much in detail by now of the flat earthers. It's good to see some new perspectives, fresh.
Yeah, and then Piche did his surprise show. He showed up surprisingly on Dell show Beyond the Imaginary Curve, and it was a really interesting like 5 minute conversation until he got booted by Dell. Of course, with a rage, you
Wait,
asshole
who?
this, and Piche showed
Oh
up
God,
in the
really? On
Imaginary
Dell's?
Curve. It was fun, yeah, it was
Oh
fun.
God.
I called before. I talked to Dell for a few minutes. It was interesting. First time I actually was in the hangout, you know. Jump in the hangout, talk to him a little bit, and then PJ jump in, and all hell broke loose, you know.
That's like pouring gasoline on a fire. Literally,
Yeah, it was funny.
it's crazy. These two together, it's
You back,
it's like,
Anthony? Good.
Yeah, I'm back. For some reason, Windows was updating live. You know, like sometimes you go through an update and it's forced, and it was doing it while the Hangout was on, and it didn't like it. It was just saying, "Now you can't multitask while this is happening." I'm sorry, the whole world stops and revolves around Windows Update. So when
You
it was
can actually-
updated, when I turned it off and restarted it, it started to do the update thing, and I was like, "Oh right, that explains why it was acting daft."
I'm just looking for a video now by a YouTuber or YouTube channel called PTZ Optics or PTZ Optics, and they did a stream maybe 2 or 3 days ago, and it was called 10 Tips for Optimizing Your Streaming Computer and Making It Run Faster. Very good show. And they basically went through, I can't remember the magazine that they got most of the information from, but they basically were highlighting various different hints and tips about shutting down things like that, exactly that. So if I can get back into my own stream, I'll publish it in the chat.
Arwin,
Arwin?
Yeah.
Hello?
are you watching the back chat? Is that you or what?
yeah, I couldn't do that with my Arwinian gravity thing, so I decided to.
Arwin just
Switch,
dropped in
so
and
I can
rejoined,
take
so it's
care of
like,
the
is that a
back
real Arwin? Has Arwin just been sniped? Is this a new Arwin? Who's this Arwin?
Yeah, no, it is real. You can hear my voice. I speak up pretty quickly, so
Yeah. Good
So
stuff.
which one's the one that you're on now?
on my regular one.
So can I remove the other one, the Arwinian gravity one?
Yeah, just leave it. Don't
Sure, if you want.
No need, just leave it.
No, remove it because I can keep my eye on which ones join. Because
Oh, right.
there's more people in the list. If other people join,
Just
you want a
don't
small
block it,
list.
then it's fine.
So
Right.
put the link in the for the public people, whatever. So if you're a streamer, check that video out. Just tell you how to tighten your computer up a little bit, making it a bit faster, stop things like Windows updates happening when
Got
you're
the
doing
back chat
stream.
now.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
put my headphones on. I'm gonna stay on mute just to keep listening.
Okay.
I like it though. I like finding out how Hangouts work and how to make them work better. Hi
Oh.
Ian, how you doing?
Ian's safe. Oh, hang on, that's a different icon. Is that you, Ian? Type
Speak
something
up.
quick.
Speak up now.
Yeah, but it's a
Okay.
George Nettingyuk piss take, so that's typically his shtick, isn't it? So I think it probably is Ian.
It probably
I
is,
pick him.
but it might not have been because it's a different icon. It's not the one he normally has.
We'll see if We all get kicked. Easy.
Actually, I think that is.
Unmute. You gotta unmute like in at least 3 seconds or 4, or
I don't think he even has a mic though. I think he's just placeholding.
then you
sorry.
should type
Sorry,
really
Ian.
fast.
New icon through us. If you had an old icon, we'd have probably also been suspicious. So don't worry about it. So where's Ranty?
I think he's out with his girlfriend. He said he was going for a shower, didn't he? And then he was out with a girlfriend.
Ah, right.
A girlfriend.
There's been a couple of people in the chat that are like, why is it that I hear you constantly asking for Globers to prove this and prove that, and then when it comes to Flat Earth, you don't provide anything? It's like, hang on a second. There's been loads of presentations where we just see stuff, and our explanation is simple. We see it because it's there. The Earth is obviously and observably flat. However, the guys on the ball side have an explanation also. Hi, Paul. How you doing? You hear
Is
us?
that the real Antonio?
It's
No,
got Paul as a
Paul's
name. Can you
Paul
hear us,
Voigt.
Paul?
You can't pretend to be Paul Voigt and Antonio Subarat.
It said Antonio Subarat in the back chat, so it was weird.
Anyway, I've completely lost my train of thought now. What were we talking about? Oh yes, the baller's explanation is to say that it's a slightly looming, non-standard refraction hyena hologram that's been projected up beyond a curve that you can't see, that you can't measure, to be seen when it's not really there. And refraction, working at a fixed 7/6 of the R value that you have no proof of, is what dictates that it's not really there. Look at our model, it says it's not there. The fact that you see it just means refraction. Slightly looming, non-standard refraction hyena hologram of the building that you should see if it's flat, but you can't see because it's a globe, but you can see because it's not really there. That's their explanation when we just see a building. So, yeah, we present plenty of flat earth proof. Stuff that's there because you can see it. Simple.
I saw some of the No Simon Dan fans that were commenting on the videos, and one of them actually had the cheek to say that we don't do any flat earth evidences. And I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? And he seems to think that all we do is globe bash, and that's true for 50% of the work that we do. But I don't know why he thinks that we don't do any flat earth evidence. I can only assume it's because he's an ignorant guy that doesn't know anything about the show. I mean, I had to quantify some of the things that we've done recently, and I said I weren't prepared to go and find them, but you'd have to watch the show to see that we do present evidence for flat earth. But it's just astonishing to see the attack that he gave straight away from a totally ignorant position. It was like, oh, right, you're a nice guy. Did you see that Sandra P900 Coolpix has got she's got her camera? She's already been out on the beach and done some zooming tests.
Yeah, I have seen it. She's put both channels, P1000 Coolpix and P900 Coolpix. Obviously, that's the more popular channel that she's got. But yeah, I was like, yeah, go kick ass, Sandra. Ace.
That means Ranty must also have his today, right? I would think. Wonder what the sales were like. I'm gonna have to see if I can do a bit of research on how Nikon found their sales of the P1000. There's got to be some news on that. Oops. Still here, have I been sniped?
No, we're all here. I'm just mustering around doing other things, that's all.
I don't see any news on Nikon revealing its sales figures. Because, I mean, it's got to have been a massive sales spike for them, mustn't it?
Well, they're immediately out of stock, aren't they, as far as I'm aware? If you were to order one today, Anthony, you'd be waiting for it. Hello, Issa. How you doing?
Morning, boys.
Hey,
Good to have you.
Long time no see, stranger.
Yeah, how y'all been?
Great.
Doing good, man. We're riding the wave, Cowabunga style. Did you see the hangout yesterday?
No, I didn't actually.
Oh,
I haven't seen anything. I'm just chiming in to say what's up. I wish I could read the chat, but shout out to everyone. What's up? What up? What's up, chocolate? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Hey, yo, did you guys see that the flight that went to 76,000 feet? It was a what is it? A glider. It went to 76,000 feet, and they got a picture, and it's like, of course it's It's interesting, but it's flat. and then like what do you call it? They go, oh, but it's 76,000 feet. Is right where you can start to see the Earth's curvature.
Hold on, that's Concorde height, right?
It is, yeah.
No, check it out. Look it up. It's some glider that just the other day.
Yeah.
I don't know when it was. Just recently. It's just recently on some. I don't know where I read it, but yeah, check it out.
Experimental glider smashes altitude record.
It's lower. Sorry, I've just looked it up. So it says typically they'd fly at 56,000 feet, while the maximum altitude was 60,000 feet. So if this guy's at 70 plus,
hey,
geez,
and they're planning
high.
to go to 90.
Wow, that's so high.
They said they were going to get to 90,000 feet within the whatever, because if they made it to 76, they said 90 was totally doable.
But how can that be if there's no air there for them to like create lift from?
Well, I don't know. Good point. I guess, well, there's just enough.
Well, they were pushing those limits. I mean, if anybody's seen, it's a very boring movie actually, but The Right Stuff, they show that prior to NASA, that's exactly what they were testing, but with regular aircraft, pushing the limits of how high they could go. And like you say, it just gets thinner and thinner and thinner until the engines start to cut out.
Hey, I'm going to see if I can read the chat while simultaneously being on the call. So hold on one sec. Let me see if I can do it.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the picture that they sent, and to be honest, it looks just like the International Space Station footage. It looks like it's the same kind of altitude.
Can you share it?
Daily Mail is citing it. I'll try.
Yeah. I don't know why I drop when I can't. I'll try to read the thing. Forgive me what I missed.
It's all right.
Just saying. On screen now, Nath.
Yeah, got you.
Oops. Let's get rid of this. Oh, that's actually the video of it.
Did you guys hear my Where's Bill Miller song?
No. Oh well, I'll check it out though.
Oh no, I didn't put it up yet. I just.
I don't want to risk playing the video in full, Anthony, but if you can just spin to the part where they're at a high altitude, or put a picture up.
Yeah, that is what I was looking for.
Okay. Just
play the video. We'll do the song.
There's limits to fair use.
Bill Miller. He used to fight the ball. Yeah.
No, I want to hear it. Just give us a second. We'll just round out this bit with the. Here we go. There we go. Oh, they're only showing you a little tiny clip, are they? They don't show you very much.
I'm just looking for the footage.
Issa, as soon as we're done.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, it's gone.
They got a still too, right? A picture.
Go back and pause it, Anthony. Can you pause it? There we go.
I can. I'm just looking to see if there's any better ones.
Where is
Bill
Miller? He used to fight the ball.
Pause.
Oh, where is Bill Miller? I must have missed it all.
Oh, it won't let me pause. It won't do it. It won't hold it.
Okay. Right, do you want to pop yourself on mute? Let's hear your song then about Bill Miller.
All right. Hey, boys and girls. You might have heard about a man, a myth, a legend. Not you, Arwen, not you. Sit. Oh, where is Bill Miller? He used to fight the ball. Oh, where is Bill Miller? I must have missed it all. He was so brave. He'd take on any dare. Must have been a smart man to twist up George's underwear. Oh, where is Bill Miller? He was a scientist. Someone must have seen him, or was he one of ours we missed? Oh, where is Bill Miller? He used to fight the ball. Where is Bill Miller? I must have missed it all. Oh, he used to know there is a bet. Some flat earthers think he rode off on a horse into the sunset. Oh, where is Bill Miller? Must have all. Where is Bill Miller? Surely we didn't miss him at all. That's a poor rendition. But I'll come back with that when I got it down. Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. Listen, Issa, I think Nathan, every time as and when he gets sniped, right, for some reason, I don't know why, he doesn't play the Welcome to the show. I'm sure it's because he's worried that he's not got permission. I've told him it's okay. Can you just tell him it's okay?
It's not
of
that
course.
I'm not worried about permission. It's just I often, because it's more important that I just get the new Hangout started, so I often just sing it.
Yeah, you've got to do like 10 things at once. I understand that.
Exactly.
I understand that.
So
It's like, yeah.
I even credited him today. I was like, normally if I didn't have such a heavy cold, I'd just sing it right now, but I'm not even going to attempt it.
Oh, cool. That's awesome because I'll just tune it in. It's so nice to. I love that. I'm so happy that welcome to the show is what it is. You know what I mean? Forgive me, I'm tuning up now. We got anything on the agenda today? Where's all the ballers? Where's Ruhif? Ruhif had it out. Roofy putting everyone to sleep over there. Well, Roofy, we got to talk to Roofy because Roofy thinks
Trying to get back some sleep.
that he's got to get some sleep. What do you call it? Damn, I'm in the light. I can't see. But the 600 nautical miles. Nobody seems to refute the 600 nautical miles, or when they do, they try to play it off like it's meaningless. And I find that fascinating. But Ruhif did a video wherein he navigates from one location in the United States to another location. And he uses, but the problem is Ruhif, and this is where I wanted to address it with him, is that he doesn't understand that when they use plane trigonometry, they treat all longitudinal lines as equal. Longitudinal and latitude lines is equal. And he made an adjustment on his calculation in regards to Google Earth. And I'm fascinated because I'd love to see what would happen if he didn't make that adjustment and he dealt with the lines as level, because that might even put him closer to where he navigated to, because he was just a little bit off. He was only a couple miles. It was funny too, because in the video, he's like, "Oh wow, it's actually not that far away." It's kind of it's awesome.
We need to see what this original citation is when you say it in nautical miles of treat.
I've sent him
I have all the links are there. I've shown the links everywhere that I've come and tried to talk about them, especially after what do you call it? It was me and FaZe actually. FaZe helped me out find some of those links. So shout out to FaZe.
So are you back home now, or are you still out in the sticks?
I'm always in the sticks now.
Ethan,
Yeah.
is there an area of 600 nautical miles, or is it 600 nautical miles from point A to point B?
Point A to point B.
Okay.
Point A to point B. Nothing to do
Then
with
that's
square.
something, yeah.
Nothing to do with square miles. The point is that what I brought up about square miles is that you could have land that you can. Are you trying to tell me that you can't figure out the square?
No. Just bringing it back to life.
No, I'm not talking to you necessarily, but people out there. Over the point that I was making was that you could have land that's shaped like a banana and still figure out the square mileage to it. And I was just making this point, and it's got a little blown out of hand. I shouldn't have correlated the 2 points, but at the time, I just found it fascinating. And I was on a Skype call. Riley called me up on Skype. All of a sudden, I'm on his hangout, and then Oakley's streaming it, and then all of a sudden, Sean Huffer did a retaliation video. I was like, dude, I just woke up.
Yeah, I'll jump on you, man.
I was like, bro, I just woke up. Like, chill for a sec. Yeah, but you know what, too? I think a lot of us forget. That's why I love this. If you will, I haven't done any hangouts, but I just, didn't they teach you to reach for the stars while opening the bars and keeping you chained down with mortgage bills and cars? We sometimes forget that we're all, really pitted against one another by people that would have us argue to the death over these pathetic conversations about obstruction and the rest of it. And, really we have one, kind of mission, right?
Yeah.
There's really just one agenda. It's like, hey, if someone's lying to me, then I think, and they're lying to you too, I might just want to tell you.
See this on screen right now? Anybody who's saying no flat earth proof is presented, this gets played every show. So 18 miles, the boat is in the mid foreground, the clock is in the far distance, they're both on the same level. Hey Dan.
Hey people.
Hey, what's up?
Yo.
The clock is there, because it's there. We see it because it's there. Obviously and observably flat.
Issa, when Nathan's
Yeah.
talking, man, you're blocking him out with your gate.
Ah, forgive me.
Say that again, Nathan, because we didn't quite catch what you were saying. It was all muffled.
Don't worry about it, the audience caught it. I was just saying the boat that we could see in the mid-foreground is on the same level as the obviously reduced in angular size clock that's in the far distance at about 18 miles. And it's flat between the beach and the clock.
I gotta jump out.
Flat.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah,
Thanks,
peace,
Jose.
bro.
So yeah, flat. Obviously and observably flat. Not the clock isn't really there. It's a holographic projection of the clock that is actually sat behind the curve that you don't really see. The curve where the boat is, that isn't there. It's on the same level.
Hey,
That's
Dan,
what the Globers have
good
to
to
say.
meet you.
They turn a concrete noun, we see a building. That's what us flat earthers say. We see a building. That's it. End of explanation. We see it. Into an observed phenomena. Oh, it's actually a hologrammatic projection of something you can't really see. It's not really there. It's refraction. It's bending light. No, it isn't. Just see it. It's flat. Flat as a pancake. There's your proof.
Yeah, but the problem is you have to push it that one step further, because the minute they invoke refraction, then it requires a curve for it to be refracting around. Otherwise, it's just refracting on a flat plane, and they can't prove that curve. So the assertion has to fail because they can't prove the curve that it's dependent upon for it to prove the point that they're making about refraction.
That's why
So
we
you
asked
can't
for,
argue refraction without proving the curve.
yeah, prove the R in 7.6R. You can't
Yeah.
have refraction around a curve with terrestrial refraction 7.6R unless you first prove R. The only way they manage to use any of these long distance pictures as proof of R, which it is not, is by using R to begin with. They plug it into a begging the question perspective hijacking proof of nothing curve calculator that already has a radius value in it. So they already know it's a sphere. They've already got the R value to beg the question with and assume the outcome before you've even done a damn thing. They've already got an assumption that it's a sphere in the calculation itself. So when you start plugging your distances in and you ignore the angular size, ignore perspective entirely, start looking at it in an orthographic field of view rather than a perspective-based field of view. When you do all these things, all you're doing is lying to yourself, convincing yourself that you can see curve that isn't there. It's just a magic trick, and anybody who's taken in by it's dumb. Doesn't know that it's begging the question proof of nothing perspective hijacking curve calculator. Proves nothing. It's flat, obviously.
But what's really interesting is how they behave when this is pointed out to them, because usually they literally turn aggressive with you.
Yeah.
And then you have to compare yourself to, or you have to compare that behavior to a religious fundamentalism. Have you become a heliocentric fundamentalist by virtue of refraction that you can't prove a curve on? And I would argue yes.
Yeah, that's why I like, what do you call it? Intoxicated hate makes you believe you're spinning in space while you have no shame or grace. It's what is it? Intoxicated hate makes you believe you're spinning in space while you have no shame or grace. It's a disdainful state. I used to contemplate how to save myself from my own self-hate.
The whole curvature calculation thing and the refraction, it's an illusion. It's a mind-bending illusion.
So are we going to
And
get
you
to
need
see
to
more
be
of Issa
crazy to
recently?
believe in it.
What's
Are we
up,
going
man?
to get to see more of Issa, or is he on like a holiday still?
I'm still on the holiday, brother. But I'm running around. I'm just helping some friends and doing some stuff out in the sticks, and pretty much running around, man. Looking for a gig.
Looking for a gig?
Yeah. Some music, man.
Oh.
Yeah. That's about it, man. But yeah, I'm glad you guys are still running and rolling. But I heard you earlier. I had to turn you off. You were going in on GeoStreamer and decibels, and I had to just cut out. I was like, I can't do this. I just couldn't do
It's all
it,
right,
bro.
because Street can't do it either. Neither can
Oh,
Sean Hufford. It's
I
okay.
know.
It's acceptable.
That's all right. Let's not go back there.
What
That's
do you mean?
brutal.
We're gonna
Fucking
hammer this
brutal.
indefinitely,
Tough
Issa.
lit.
This is a
was
testament to their
brutal.
credibility. That's what we're looking at
Okay.
here. This is all about credibility. And if the people who are defending the Globe lie are just proven liars, then that says a lot for the paradigm itself. You haven't got honest people promoting this system. This model is backed by liars.
Yep. And they don't realise it, but they call us. Wow, that plane's loud. Can you hear that plane? Sounds like an old Spitfire or something. But they call us for being fundamental, like Christian or creation fundamentalists, because we say, well, it must be some kind of intelligent design. But you mentioned refraction to them guys, and bloody hell, you see who becomes the fundamentalist very quickly. It's almost embarrassing.
Did you guys hear my new one? The sodas and fries.
Go on, give us a chord or two.
Yeah. Let's see. I'll get you a soda and some fries if you let me open your eyes. And when you ask me why, let me kiss you and tell you all the lies. Turn your TV off and put down that phone. Just step outside. Let me take you home. I'll get you a soda and some fries if you let me open your eyes. And when you ask me why, let me kiss you and tell you all the lies. A soda and some fries if you let me open your eyes. And when you ask me why, let me kiss you and all the lies. Yeah, man, I have to record this thing soon.
Woo, 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 woo. Thank you.
Yeah, soda
Nice
and
one.
some fries. Yeah, check out Frank America too. He's dropping some stuff. I think Jaren used one of his tracks too, which is pretty fucking cool. Pardon my language. Gonna get booted off by Riley or something.
Yeah, the swearing thing is
That's
if you're
it. Straight
triggered.
out. I've just got two
Oh
questions.
yeah, what's the next one? What's that?
Go ahead, Dan.
Who is Bill Miller? Is it because
Who?
George got some
Yeah.
guy's name wrong?
No, he swears BM is Bill Miller, which is an outright, the context of the conversation was regarding Brian Mullins.
Yeah.
So that's why it's like, rich guys like rockets, and so do the babes. So rich guys make rockets just to try to get laid, just to get laid, just to get laid. I got like madness over here. I'll be back.
So yeah, back to why would you want to drop the subject of these disingenuous liars, Issa?
Forgive me, what's that now? Did somebody say?
So you were like, oh no, I don't want to go back to this audio analysis of the liars and how they've lied and how they're being fed in shows that they do, because presumably this is just their MO, right?
Well, I often think of it like the good thing is the beautiful thing about a show like this is that what you're doing is like there's flat earth black belts out there. Like I look at it like there's certain friends of mine that I consider that have the ability to discuss all these topics without losing like it's like after the psychodrama of flat earth, you get to a certain point where it doesn't matter what anyone else thinks in certain regards. I think for things for myself, but when you're dealing with the whole general population of people, you need a place where there can be this discussion of the simpler things, because too often I think people, you're in a delicate state of mind when you come into flat earth, and then you come into all the vitriol of the people who defend the ball earth just because you're scared, which is like, hey, I understand that, but at the same time you need to reassure the white belts, the people just coming into it. And that's what's good about a show like this, is that, but to go into the decibels and stuff, I get it, but don't belabor it, and also don't miss the comedy.
Yeah, I'll agree.
Don't miss out.
It is laughable what they're doing.
Right, I think it's freaking hilarious. Like that's why I look at it like I mean, there's so many angles on this, and at the end of the day, almost I was talking about this with some friends. It's like, you know, people like I whatever, man. I believe in a creator, right? So it's like, who's to say that the creator doesn't enjoy trolling his creation? Like, you know what I mean? Like, if it's in us to enjoy, like, you know what I mean, the humor of things, why would we think so little of our creator that he too wouldn't enjoy this show, right? You know.
I think I agree. So God definitely enjoys flat Earth debate.
Oh, I agree. I would definitely. He
Thing
put.
is,
I'll tell you what, he put it here, right?
we know that he does troll us because he being the creator, whoever that may be, we know that he does troll us with his creation because the moon they can't explain, right? He makes it disappear for 3 days at the new moon phase, and then everybody just thinks that that's okay because it matches the model.
And then you
Trouble is, the
go over,
model doesn't account for it.
but then he makes a character like you to come out and make a bet about it, bet about the moon, which
Where's the moon then?
I'm not gonna bring it up, but I just
Where
think
is
it's
the moon though?
amazing. The good Lord is trolling hard, boys and girls.
He is trolling because he makes the refraction the explanation, right? Or is that a man-made thing? Who knows?
Well, yeah. I mean, that's.
Hold on, new guy. Hey, we've got someone in our back chat. Probably the one who sniped us
Hello.
last time.
Hello. Oh my
We're going to
goodness.
have another break. What are we on? 46 minutes. No. I'll have to start a new hangout if you all get sniped.
I think as Arwen not dealt with it.
I don't know. When you all disappear.
Someone came in and left.
Yeah, that one's still
Okay.
in the back chat, ready to snipe you all.
I think Arwen's on it.
Respect to all the trolls though. Trolling for truth. You know what I'm saying? And just keep it real, man. There's some good people out here that I think get lost in the sauce of who they think is against them,
Hey,
and
Pete.
there's all that kind of problem.
Pete, repeat.
Yeah, but there is good people out there that are just trolling for fun and having a good time, and there's nothing wrong with that. And then there's people that are like, vitriolic about it, that have an agenda, probably get paid to do what they do. It's like these protesters at the Kavanaugh Congress, the congressional thing. It's like never before has this happened. People acting every 5 minutes, protesting for no reason. It's interesting. It's just
Did you see?
paid for. What's up?
Issa, did you hear what I said before about Ali B?
No, shout out to Ali Beto. What's up?
If you look on Chris F.E. Jackson's page, he's got a.
Did you get sniped or did I?
Get sniped?
I don't
There,
know.
Anthony?
Is that...
I think one by one they're all going. God damn. I haven't even got Issa to do my dulcet tones for me. Famous last words. I think Arwen's on it. No reply from Arwen. Welcome to the show. Yeah, there'll be a short intermission, people, as we do have a good 10-15 minutes left of this show. Stuck a link in the chat to a YouTuber called The Pink Man, who did a little video about ninjas being fake. I only bring it up because Issa was talking about flat earth black belts, so have a good debunking. Check it out if you saw it float on by in the chat. Ninjas are made up. I'm not just talking Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, if I can even say it. Ninjas are fake. Like so many things. Right, we're in. Let's get this hangout shared with a few people. Again. Twice in one show. Kudos to the chat trolls. Yeah, check your Skype, people. You should have a new link. Have I shared it with everyone? I think so. Maybe we'll get some guests for the last 10 minutes. Time you've got me. Lucky old you. Go, Anthony Riley. Well. So, other than getting sniped a couple of times, I thought that was quite an enjoyable show. Bit of flat earth proof, a bit of ball bashing, bit of music. What more could you ask for? Anyone going to join? I sent the wrong link. I should have thought so. Why am I always ill? Just because I've got a kid and I take her to a lot of classes, so there's a lot of other kids there with sniffly noses and whatever they've got. Repeat, can I join? All are welcome. Snipers are just the hassle that they are. Hey Arwin.
Hey, what's going on?
Famous last words from Anthony. I think Arwin's got it covered.
I said in the back chat that I was getting lunch because I was hungry.
No problem. It's only a couple of minutes' work. Not the end of the world.
Hello.
Hello.
Paul's at it again, huh?
Yep.
Full-time job trolling, huh? Apparently.
What? Monitoring the back chat?
No, trolling. Trolling seems to be a full-time job, and these guys are good.
I'm gonna call the show Hoary Sheet, the Trolls.
Too bad you guys don't got, like, evidence and proof of stuff. This is all you got is sniping nonsense. A little sad.
I had someone in the chat earlier going, how come Nathan keeps showing pictures of curvature? So I went and grabbed my desk and put it up to the horizon. I'm like, what curvature? What are you talking about? No reply. And that's basically the level we get now. People heckling us from the peanut gallery. Hey, Issa.
Yeah. Yeah.
Welcome back.
Eesh.
Yeah. What up, Charlotte? Yeah, interesting. I was like, Ronan brought up the Kavanaugh hearings. Are you guys following any of the politics over here in the U.S.?
Not at all. Sorry.
I don't know if you guys are like a judge that's going in and like they're all trying. Check one.
Yeah, he's still here.
Check. Am I like a robot or are you?
No, you're good. Just check the sound on the live feed, see if it's okay. Sound on the live feed, see if it's okay. Seems fine.
Check 1, 2.
We've only got about 5 minutes left, so this is hopefully going to be the least riveting ending to one of these shows. As we sound check at 55 minutes.
You guys paying any attention to that QAnon stuff?
Just an empty rabbit hole, isn't it? QAnon.
I don't know if it's an empty rabbit hole. Actually, it's pretty interesting because it's like it's got all these links to stuff that's going on in the background. But you know, it's good to all no freaking clue. But it's interesting.
Just
that's all.
another news feed, but it's okay.
Well, I mean, what's interesting is that it's like it's there's been different like claims and things leveled against certain people that have kind of shown fruition in the like like it's shown results in some regards, but it doesn't mean it's it's not accessible information. Who knows what it is? I just find it's just a phenomena of our day, kind of like any other subject, I guess. But it's fascinating. It's because that's political ramifications, all the rest of it. So
Because
you know,
the persons involved have a certain level of access
well,
to
it's like
what they're planning. So
Anthony.
that's how they predict this kind of stuff. Because things are planned way ahead with these guys, with the globalists. They map everything out way in advance.
yeah, it is interesting though, because you look at it like there's certain people that are like all these people that aren't running for re-election. There's allegedly like 50,000 sealed indictments, and there's all kinds of like interestingly, like they took down the access for people caught like in any kind of anything to do with like trafficking people, and they freaking shut down all the bank accounts. And then all of a sudden, the Clintons were on like a Delta flight, and like nobody had any money, and they're back on the campaign trail trying to get money. It's just weird. And then you've got the mainstream media, everyone hating on Donald Trump. And actually, Donald Trump just took away. That they blew up 4 launch sites of NASA, and then Trump said if they wanted they want to build rockets, that they're going to have rich guys like rockets, and they're going to have to pay for the rockets. And like he was like totally going after Boeing and Lockheed Martin. Really interesting stuff. I don't know.
I'm sure I have heard a vague hint about this actually. So yeah, they're basically saying that it shouldn't be like a rich man's public funding box that they can just pull from. These guys should pay for it themselves, basically.
Right. And what about Elon Musk smoking a joint on Rogan? I don't know if you saw that. And then he said we live in a simulation or something. I didn't see the interview, but I heard about it. That's all. I don't know if you guys saw that.
Yeah, Elon was blowing it down, brother.
Yeah, and I guess he lost like $4 billion the next day or something.
Yeah, we covered it in
Like
yesterday's show. The show is called Narcotics in Space.
Yeah, he took one hit and stocks fell. Like just to tell you how ridiculous the whole system is.
I say the same thing I said to the guys yesterday. It's just a distraction from the fact that the guy's faking space.
Shout out to Rasta Hat.
Is Rasta Hat in
Yeah,
there?
shout out to Rasta
I
Hat.
sent him an invite to the panel. That's the only way he can get in.
Is he in Master B, do you know?
Yeah, but he can't use those links. You can only get him in the room with invites because of his mobile.
Fair enough. There's a few people in the chat are like, I've gone to the room and it's an empty room. It's like, this is a glitch with mobiles. It's just one of those things, unfortunately. But the link's in the chat if people do want to join.
I had that problem at first using the link from Skype, but then I started copying the link and posting it into the browser, and I can get in that way.
These have been two suspiciously
first.
Well, these have been two suspiciously quiet shows. So what I might do is end this one. I'm on my own at the moment, so I've got no issue running a third show. If you're okay with that, Anthony, if I shut this down and then see if I can restart it in a completely different hangout, I've got a couple of ways I can do that, and hopefully that'll solve
I'm
any
just getting
issues for
battered
people.
by the dogs at the minute, so.
Fair enough. Okay, in that case, I'll use that as my opportunity to actually round out the show. So yeah, with that, I'll say first and foremost, a huge, massive, enormous thank you to all of the live audience for tuning in and hopefully sharing this debate. And of course, a massive thank you to all of the debating panel for making this debate possible. If you hated the show, then you know exactly what to do. But if you like the show, maybe consider sharing it with a friend or subscribing if you've not done so already. I've been Nathan Oakley, and I'll see you all in the next video.
Oh, what a day! What a lovely day!